I want to think of myself as an ambassador of two cultures. When I'm in Bulgaria, I'm involved in politics. I teach English conversational fluency to ESL students. I see my role as an instructor here in the United States as a chance to give my students exposure to competing, clashing viewpoints on the value of learning and becoming educated on Mediterranean cuisine, dress code, and culture in general.
I am a middle-aged, Midwestern, liberal American, feminist community college instructor who is a parent of adult children and a daughter of aging parents. I'm also somewhat Christian and environmentally responsible, I should be more of both probably, vegetarian pacifist who's a bit gender fluid and grew up in poverty.
I live every single day in a bicultural, society for me. The reason why is that exactly at the time, at the age that I have right now, that of course I'm not going to tell you, half of my life I have lived in Venezuela and half of my life I have lived here in the United States. So I can say that I've been influenced for both cultures.
To be very vanilla, I'm gonna play it safe. So, I would say I have a Midwestern culture. I grew up in a rural town in northern Wisconsin. So that would be my background. A lot of the individuals, the families in our area are of German descent. So I've got a very strong German heritage, a very, a rural background. I mean, I'd like to say that I've grown from that, right? So I've hopefully been able to not acclimate, but to integrate other cultures into myself, into my individuality as I've grown as a person, as an instructor.
So I feel like I'm bicultural in a way. I accept the culture of where I'm living, but when I go home, I have this Hispanic culture with different foods. Our religion is, when we went to church, it was all Spanish. We lived in a Spanish community. So I feel like I had my foot in the Spanish community and then, the English community at school. So I really feel like I'm bicultural.
I guess I always think family first. I value hard work. I value education. I love the outdoors, anything outdoors, hunting, fishing, working in the woods, that kind of thing. My family all does that.
Every day we open the doors to MID, we're opening the doors to the world. And more, that just gets increased in its variety and its beauty.
When I just look at my own identity and culture, and I want to use how I see myself is kind of what I meant when I was talking about how culture's got to expand out. If I were to tell you, who's Chuck Bowden? I'm a short, bald, middle-aged, middle-class, white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, heterosexual male. And in my classroom, not everybody's going to have those same kinds of characteristics. So I have to be very aware of different cultures, different races, different ethnicities, different orientations, on and on, in all the ways that we determine who we are as people, what our identity is, and where we're located in the world, and how we then tend to view the world.